Hey, what's poppin' with y'all Real 16 TV? It's Cuzzo here, you know what I'm saying? We doing another interview. Hey, we got a renowned player. I believe he fifth in his class, is that correct?
Yeah.
Doing this thing. This my guy. I known him for a long time. He didn't grow up to be way bigger than me. He doing his damn thing. His name is
Guillory.
Evan Guillory, yep. And we just gonna talk a little bit about his life. How was it growing up for you?
Growing up for me, you know, it was kind of your average lifestyle in the sense of, you know, you got your pops, your moms. I got two big brothers. Both of them helped me, you know what I'm saying, when it comes to athletics and stuff like that. I was born in Tulsa, Oklahoma. Moved out here when I was little. Moved to Neosho first and then came to Joplin and started hooping. But yeah, man, my childhood, you know, had some adversity and stuff like that, but who doesn't?
And you had some great big brothers that did their thing for you too, and they were all athletes just like you, all basketball players. You know what I mean? So which brother did you look up to the most when it came to the hooping and stuff like that? Who helped you the most with that?
I think they both pay dividend into creating who I am now today.
In which ways? Like,
as far as, you know, my oldest, I'll start with Darian as first. You know, him being my oldest brother and stuff like that, you always gonna look up to him. And he really put on while he was hooping in high school and stuff, and always just gave me tips. And, you know, seeing your big bro, you know, do some amazing things, dunk on people and kill, like, obviously you gonna want to be like him.
Tapes and all that.
Yeah, all that. And it came to a point where I even changed my jersey number to 21, you know, just because I looked up to him so much. And I feel as far as mentally, you know, Grant helped me in that aspect just because, you know, he went through some things when he hooped and stuff, like didn't always get you know, the right opportunity. So he helped me through you know, basketball mentally.
And still pushed hard. He did his thing. Hard worker
for sure.
Did his thing. And that being said, you had a good little lifestyle, and not like it was the best, but you know what I'm saying, it was good for what it was, and you had parents that cared and they directed you into basketball. I feel like, did you go to a lot of camps as a kid?
Growing up as a kid, I didn't really go to a lot of camps as most people would think. You know, I didn't get that opportunity just because, you know, coming out of area like this, you know, basketball isn't really a big thing. So a lot of people didn't want to take the chance on me to invite me to camps and stuff like that.
Didn't you play for MoCan for a little bit too, though?
Yeah, my freshman summer, I played for MoCan EYBL, and then played with them to my 17th year, and I went to Casey Run GMC Under Armour circuit.
And how'd you feel about them? That was a good team. You liked the coaching. How was that?
I think MoCan really kind of shaped me mostly out of all the teams I played for, just because, you know, like, they were so big time. You know, it's EYBL, and you got people like Michael Porter, Trey Young, other NBA players who play for them. So I feel like cold people for sure. So I feel like they helped me just because, like, they had dealt with top people and top athletes and stuff like that. So they already knew how to mold me.
Your talent.
For sure.
And that being said, besides working out with your brother in the, you know what I'm saying, on the pavement over here with the basketball goal, because you did that pretty often, I know Darian probably ran you through a few drills as well, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, that's a fact.
Yeah, made sure you was right. Now, after you got done playing MoCan, you did your thing in high school at Joplin for a while. You did it at the same time as playing for Joplin, or you did it before playing at Joplin? Or you just did it in the summer? It was like a summer program? Yeah. And at Joplin, you did your thing at Joplin. How would you say your freshman and your sophomore year went playing basketball? Did you glide through it? Or
I think, you know, freshman year I didn't really struggle too much. Obviously, offensively, I kind of struggled because you were a freshman in high school, you playing against older kids and stuff. But you know, my body and physical attributes was all there as a freshman.
You know, was already dominating.
Yeah, for sure. And then my sophomore year, I kind of figured it out, and you know, that's when I started taking off.
You got more into yourself and figuring out how much power you did have over the people around you and stuff.
100%.
I know as a young kid, when you're younger, you don't really notice that you are really bigger than people. You just growing up, and it's always like they like that, and then the day you start dunking on people, you realize something probably a little different.
Oh, no, 100%. I had a few times like that. I didn't really realize like how big I was for my age and stuff. You know, and people kept telling me like, man, you really big for your age and stuff, and you athletic and stuff. Like, you need to use it, man.
Goliath.
So you know, I had to use it, tee up, but yeah, for sure.
How was it when you first dunked on somebody, and what was the experience? Like, do you remember the scenario when you first dunked?
Yeah. Actually,
on somebody?
Yeah, for sure. Actually, my first dunk on somebody was at MoCan tryouts. So
Right.
they invited me up there to the trials, and we went up there at Staley High School in KC. And I remember we were scrimmaging, and it was my boy. He was from Tulsa, Oklahoma as well, but we had just met at the trials. But I ripped right. What happened? Oh, top of the key, my man's pump faked the ball. Dude jumped, took one dribble in. He passed me on the right wing, and I just ripped and just 1-2, took off and dunked on my boy. Shout out Devon. But yeah, man, that was my first body, and after that, I was a frequent flyer for sure. I always wanted to dunk people.
High flying, because when I used to go see you play, you was always definitely posterizing on some kids, you know. And with Joplin's like the way they have you play basketball, it's so old school 5-man touch that it was kind of hard to do your thing.
I'm saying it was really like a motion offense, just like the motion never stopped. You feel me? Like just hot potato. I remember people in the crowds always clowning us and stuff because all we did was pass.
They never even little Nate, he had enough talent to show off what he could do, and they wouldn't even let him. Like, he probably could have did a lot with what talent he had, and they didn't even let him show off the little skill that he had.
Nah, for sure. It was a lot of hidden gems in Joplin. I say that 100%.
Yeah, you definitely had your chance to shine with that. That being said, you got tired of being at Joplin. You know, I know Joplin wasn't enough for a person like you to really get your attributes out. What made you transfer over to what school, and what school did you transfer over to?
So what made me originally transfer is because I had a few college coaches hit me consistently, just asking like, yo, we kind of need to see you play somebody like better competition. So that's when I had to just like kind of sit down the fam and tell them like, you know, college coaches don't think I'm good enough to be on their level because of the competition I'm playing. So like I had to turn up a notch. I had to go somewhere else and expand. Also, I feel like to grow, you got to be in uncomfortable situations, and I was way too comfortable at Joplin. So I ended up transferring to New Hampton School, and that's on the East Coast in New Hampshire. And they the top prep league in the country. So we played Montverde, IMG, Brewster, really any top name school you can think of. We played them.
And the difference in the experience levels probably really showed how is the competition in comparison to what you was going through before.
Oh man, I'm going I went from me playing a center at like I think I was 6'2", 6'3" at the time at Joplin. So playing the center, me being easily able just to lay people and stuff, to going to playing NBA players and Division I kids, and really used on a court full of pros.
And so being on a court full of pros, you know what I'm saying, you've been doing your thing in that class, though. You've been showing a lot of promise and stuff. Besides that, how was the lifestyle going over there? How was it different for you? Did you like it? Did you meet people that you enjoy being around?
I would say the culture, it was definitely a cultural shock for me, just because coming from the Midwest and in the area I lived in, it's not a lot of culture, and we was actually touching on that earlier, but it's not a lot of culture in this area. So going out to the East Coast, you know, from the way they talk to how they dress, everything was just different, even the weather. So I mean, culture was definitely different, but I adapted to it quick.
And you enjoy the people that you met and all that different
stuff?
Oh
man, I done met so many people. I enjoy every person I met. I feel like every person who came across my path has taught me something different.
And your game then increased since then. Do you feel like what kind of player do you feel like if you were to be on 2K and they were trying to make you one of the different players named from slasher to, you know, blah 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 playmaker, which one would you say you were?
Man, I say at Joplin I was probably more of a slasher. Now I'm really a playmaker, and I'm a shooter. You know, so I'm really just versatile. I'm really just everywhere with it now, trying to just balance the game.
You've been working on more 3-pointers, you're dribbling. I feel like the training must have changed. It must have increased the more quality of what you guys had going on.
Man, 100%. That training, I mean, out here, I was mostly working myself out. I had a few people who would help me out. But when I got up there, that training was different. I'm talking about like it's all college workout. It's all high level intensity, like reps on reps on reps. So for a kid like me, going from a regular public high school and then going into a prep school where your main focus is to get better at basketball and develop your body for the next level, Like, yeah, for sure, that training was super difficult to get a hold of at first.
And I know around this place, when you show a lot of promise like you did, you start to get what I called it to the homie, kind of the Iron Man effect, where everybody just feel like you the genius. And you had to go from playing basketball on Sundays, because I remember being there on Sundays where you had to work on it by yourself and shoot it in there, and then getting, you know what I'm saying, passed back. No coaches with no individual like trying to cater to you training. Do the coaches see what you're lacking on and try to cater to what you got going on and work with you?
Yeah, 100%. I mean, it's even outside the court. Like, even when we doing our weightlifting programs and stuff, all that stuff, like, coaches is really attentive to what you doing and how you doing it, because like the higher you get and the bigger level you go to, the details matter more and more and more.
And that being said, so now that you got a little bit more training and stuff, what would you say? What would you say you be averaging per game? What would you say, like?
My last, so this I just finished out this year, and I ended it with I think 23 points a game. And I know at Joplin I averaged kind of, I think 21, but it's a whole different scale, you know. So like 20 points at Joplin compared to the league I was in my first year, it's probably 5, 6, if that. You know, because you're going against Joplin. This area don't have a lot of 6'8" athletic guards. Like, and you go out there, like, I remember we played one game, Jabri Abdul-Rahim, and at the time I think he was top 3 in the country, committed to Virginia. And I never forget, that was my wake up call. He went out there and dropped a 50 ball on me, for sure. And I take it like a champ. I got a 50 ball dropped on me, but that's what I needed, because I came back the next year, and it was just, I came back this year, and it was just a revenge tour. So,
and you know what I'm saying, you took a warpath. Did you have any games where you felt like you just dominated a person?
Yeah, I had a few games. We played this year for sure was really, I had a lot of games I feel like I dominated everybody, but I would probably say Brewster. I'm gonna for sure name drop him. Shane DeZone, I think his last name is. He was an Arizona commit going to Vanderbilt now. But that was really one of my best games. I had a 30 ball, but 100%, I feel like I dominated him, and kind of just, that's what really put me on the level I am now, because I showed people, you know what I'm saying, like, I can play with the top dogs.
And you can do your thing. And honestly, in my opinion, you might one day be an NBA recruit, you know what I'm saying? That being said, too, I know going that far of a distance, you had a lot of family that still lived over towards the Midwest and stuff like that. With all the, I see that it never bothered you. That's the words I'm basically trying to get to. It never really, like, not saying that you didn't miss him or nothing, that you were able to still perform very well, knowing that you didn't get to see your family every day. Did it ever have any strain on you, not knowing that you weren't going to be able to see him like right away when you needed him from when you used to?
Oh, no, for sure. I mean, I remember my first year, I had a hard time just adjusting to that distance, you know, because going to the Midwest all the way to the East Coast and stuff, like, that's a big transition. So there was a couple of times where I would just be psyched out and stuff, just because I really miss my family and enjoying that family time. But at the same time, like, that's where my maturity and my growth came in, because I had to understand, like, I'm out here, you know, so I can better their lives as well as mine.
And you got a pretty good chance of it. If you were, that being said, if you were to be able to choose where you were to get drafted one day, say you do get drafted, you know what I'm saying? Well, what college are you in college already?
Yeah, I'm about to be in college this year. Right?
All right, yeah, that's what I thought. I could have sworn you were still in school, but I didn't want to disrespect if you already had made it. But which college did you choose?
I chose University of Vermont, and I had my top 3,
cool college too.
Cal, Berkeley, Cal State, Fullerton, and Vermont. I chose Vermont though, because they just showed mad love. And if y'all peep, man, they in the tournament, NCAA tournament almost every year.
For real though, that's why I had to nod. That's tough.
You feel me? So like I had to go there just because, you know, as a freshman they want me to come in there and rock out, do my thing, and like we on ESPN, we gonna hopefully make it back to the tournament. So like that's everything I could dream for, as opposed to going to, you know, those West Coast schools and maybe them not showing as much love as they said they would. I knew I had a spot in Vermont for sure, so I chose them.
For real, the training gonna be. How do you feel about the training that you're going through now? The fact that you know for sure that's going to be on a whole different level where you going?
I'm really training as hard as I can right now. I mean, nothing going to prepare me for what I'm about to step into, because that's just a whole different level. But I mean, I can mentally prepare as much as I can, and I'm gonna go in there, and I understand, like, you got to have pain to grow. That's just a part of you got to put in that time, man. So I'm gonna go in there and just take it off.
How was the training camps up there? Did you enjoy them? Was they?
They was definitely difficult, 100%. I'd say that, from conditioning to like just skill work, because you got to put your all into every rep. It's not like in Joplin, I can have a sprained ankle, go out there and still kind of do my thing, but like out there on the court, you got to make sure you taking care of your body off the court. You got to make sure your mind prepared mentally. So like everything counts out there. Every rep matters.
For real. And I'm honestly, you know what I'm saying, I'm pretty proud of you because I didn't know you for a long time. And you know what I'm saying, honestly, from your freshman game, you already probably, you know what I'm saying, you probably already felt that you was destined for greatness, because people already felt that about you the first time the ball went in, like, bam.
100%.
You already knew. That being said and stuff, I asked the original question, assuming this work out, and I know it will, that's my opinion on it, where do you think you going? If you could choose, where would you like to go?
If I could choose, I'm not going to fake it. I'd probably choose Boston. I'd probably choose the Celtics, because Boston just show, I've been out there a few times, and the people out there always just show mad love. So I for sure mess with Boston. That's like my second home. So
you hooped a few games out there?
Yeah, for sure.
The crowds roar for you?
No, it's love out there for sure. So I definitely choose Boston.
Word. And that honestly had me thinking about another question and stuff. How do you deal with the girls with all the fame that you going through? You know what I'm saying? You hooked down? What's going on with you?
I think it just, it sucks, but you got to face reality at the same time. Like, not everybody going to want to accept you for who you are. Like, a lot of people, it's a sad truth, but like a lot of people going to want to mess with you just because you a basketball player. So I feel like you got to have that balance and have that understanding that, like, not everybody really wants you for you. So, I mean, me personally, I just take my time with it, you know what I'm saying? And if the right one comes along, you know what I'm saying, who really gonna support me and push me, that's where I'm gonna go with it. But, as far as right now, I gotta just remain focused.
Strong black man, and you being focused on your future, that's what this channel supports. And we all about dreams coming true. And this right here is a man from a small town with weak, you know what I'm saying, weak possibilities. Like, we gotta literally like grab for straws for these possibilities and try to make a way. And he's showing y'all there is a way. And some people got this thing where it's like they feel like people are made with the legendary gene. Yeah, he has some, you know what I'm saying, he had a couple gene advantages, but without working out, his brother is gigantic. You feel me? He about the same size. He could do the same stuff. He could make it to the league if we being 100% honest, but he not on the same path. You know what I'm saying? He took this a little bit more serious. You heard him say he went from one high school, went all the way to New Hampshire by himself and did his own thing. He took that extra mile. So if everybody continued to think about it like that, like we need to take this extra mile to do more, we would do more. You know what I'm saying? You just can't keep your level at a small level and have it bottled. You know what I'm saying? And he been keeping his mind focused. He ain't talking about, you hear the way he talked about the women. Most dudes right now would be like, hey, I'm wilding out. Bro, hey, bro had his head on straight. He didn't even get funny with the question. That's proof that you got to be dedicated to the task. Well, this is probably gonna be the first of a few more interviews, you know what I'm saying? So we kept it small. I'm gonna get into a little bit more detail the next one we do. I really do appreciate you doing this for me. This honestly was fresh off random. This is a freestyle. You know me, I can do this off the dome. But this my guy, and he real talented. Y'all need to look into everything he do. You got any mixtapes out there?
Yeah. Y'all can check out my IG. I got a few mixtapes out there, even on YouTube. Just type me in, man. Give me a look.
And I'll put his Instagram in the description or whatever, so y'all can see it. But it was Cuz OP. This Evan Guillory, you know what I'm saying, cold basketball player. And like, subscribe, and share, because all that shit is free. Have a wonderful day.
For sure.
Bye.